Okay, welcome to part 2 of the 300 blackout from start to finish tutorial. This is the brass that we cut, and there's some that's kind of wet because I kind of just threw it at I thought I was recording the entire time, but so I was putting it in the wet tumbler. Anyway, this is the stuff we're working with. They are stainless steel media. They're little pins. And if I can get it to focus, I could maybe give you a little bit better look at these things. Yeah, they're just little stainless steel pins, and you just want to throw in however many fit in the tube, the tumbler thing. So I like to put either like about 75 to 100 of them in there. Your tumbler might be a different size, so I can't really say. The matter doesn't really matter. The matter doesn't really matter. The number doesn't really matter, because everybody's tumbler is going to be maybe a little bit different. But you can get these tumblers at Harbor Freight. You can get like the 2-drum ones, and this is the tumbler. Yeah. It's really simple, and then you just turn this thing on, and then those little wheels spin. But so yeah, I put in about 75 to 100. If I want it super clean, I'll put in less, and if I want it, if this stuff's already kind of clean and or it's stuff I've already shot and there's not really much grime on it, I'll put in more just so I can get more done at one time. And this kind of stuff, it'll stay kind of discolored like that, but it'll be nice and shiny. This stuff will look like new. Anyway, so that's probably enough. Let's go fill it up with some ice cold water and some Blue Dawn dishwashing soap. Okay, so you want to fill it up to pretty much like right where the line is you created with however much you put in. So that's pretty good. And we will do 4 squirts. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's already a little bit of remnants in there, but yeah, you want the water to be cold. I found it produces better results than doing it with warm water. I thought the warm water would maybe get more grime off, but it didn't. The cold seems to work the best, at least for me. Maybe your mileage will vary. I don't know. Okay, so let's get the top back on and throw it on the tumbler. And like I said, you can find these tumblers or tumblers like it. This is just like sort of a compression top. You kind of put in this little. I might have to do this off camera. I forgot to set up my stand here. I was cleaning and doing some other stuff on my table last night for hours, cleaning my guns. Had a bad leading issue in my barrel. Anyway, so you put the top on, and you can find these tumblers anywhere, like at hobby shops, tons of places online. Like I said, Harbor Freight has a bunch of different models for pretty cheap. And I don't know what that noise was. Probably one of the numerous random applications I download notifying me that I have coins that I can use to. Anyway, I like to shake it up before I get it over there, and just throw it on there. This is a 2-drum model, but I can't find the other model, other drum for some reason. Anyway, so turn it on, and you want to let it sit for maybe, depending on how dirty the brass is, like 30 minutes to an hour, 2 hours if you want to take off some really stubborn stuff. You don't want it to sit overnight. If you let it sit overnight, like all your brass is going to be discolored. It's going to all be like this sort of grayish, brownish color. I guess if that's what you're going for, cool. But and wet tumbling with stainless steel will actually clean the inside of the case as well. I don't recommend this, but if you decap if you deprime your spent casings, you can actually clean the primer pocket with this step as well. But I don't recommend doing that before the tumbling because it gets your dies all crusty, and I mean we're gonna have to clean out our dies anyway later on. But I'll get to that when it comes to the time in the little series. But I'll go in a little bit more detail about what I'm talking about. But okay, so let's let this sit for about 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll come back to it and see how it looks. It's been about 1 hour. I think it was about 5 minutes over. I didn't hear my alarm go off. Let's see what it looks like. This might be difficult to do with one hand. We'll see. Yes, it is very difficult. I will pop this top and then get back to you. Okie dokie. Well, that was easy. A foamy mess. Let's see what our brass looks like here. Now, you're going to want to put this on like something to dry it. Let's bring it to a water source and see what this looks like. So for this particular procedure, I like to use hot water. And you want to make sure you get all of your dishes out of the sink because you don't want carbon and lead and whatever touching it. You want to wash your sink out afterwards as well. Get all that dirty water out of there. Let's get it closer. I hate this phone. And look at that. Even cleaning the inside. So we want to just repeat this process until we get all of our brass out. You want to make sure and get all the soap out of the case in case there's any left over. But yeah. Continue on. Okay, so there's all the brass that was in there. One thing you want to do is you want to clean the water for the next use. And so you want to just slowly pour out all the dirty water and make sure you get it to where the water is somewhat clear. You don't want that dirty stuff going on your next batch. Just mix it around a few times. Cool thing about stainless steel pins are they're I wouldn't say infinitely reusable, but probably as many times as someone could use them in their lifetime, they'd be usable. Yeah, and then you throw a few more squirts in there for next time. That's that. The next step is to get your wet brass and dry it. So I don't got much sunlight left, so it's more along the lines. Well, it's just for the video, but yeah, just let it air dry, sun dry. You could probably dry it with a blow dryer. You could probably dry it in a small little convection oven. There's probably a lot of ways you could do this, and you know, maybe do your own research to see what's best for you. But this works for me. This doesn't get it like completely dry, unless you leave it out here for like a long time. But it's dry enough for our practical use. And I'll show you the next step after this dries. We'll get to step 3, and stay tuned for the next video.